Hello, and welcome back to Keefe's Kitchen. Today, I stepped outside, and it was hot. All right, summer is here, finally. And something that always gets me excited about summer is a garden. Plenty of people around my area have gardens. We actually have a little garden box ourselves. And several of the things that you will find in a garden box, tomatoes, jalapeños, maybe onions, cilantro, are all great for making only one thing, salsa. So today we're gonna be making salsa, but not just any salsa. This salsa recipe is one I got from a friend of mine, Reina, who is from Mexico. So this is a salsa that she grew up eating, and when she makes, anytime people are coming over, she makes it around the house. And I went over and had some a while back, and I really, really liked it. She gave me the recipe after I pestered her enough for it, and I'm really excited to bring it to you today. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, add about a tablespoon of olive oil to your pan on the stove, and make sure your pan is turned on to medium-high heat, because we're going to be pan roasting our tomatoes and our jalapeños. So use the greatest kitchen tool known to man, your eyeball, and just eyeball some oil. You really don't need to measure it, and let it come to temperature. So on my plate I have 3 diced, kind of more like chopped, tomatoes, and 2 jalapeños with the seeds in it. And you can remove the seeds if you want it to be a little bit less spicy, but I don't know. I like the pain. All right, so add those to your pan with the hot oil and begin to cook them down. And we're really just looking for the water to be reduced, and you're bringing out that really sweet flavor of the tomatoes. So cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're going to transfer everything to a plate to put in a food processor. All right, so grab your food processor, awkwardly place it into the frame, and you're going to transfer your tomato and jalapeno mixture from the plate into the food processor. You're going to use a spoon, or you could use your fork, or you would just kind of pour it in, or you could grab it with your bare hands. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Once you've transferred all of the pepper and tomato mix into the food processor, add about 1/3 of diced sweet onion, and add about a tablespoon of cilantro. Now, I don't have fresh cilantro because I'm a loser. I do have dried cilantro, so I added about a tablespoon of that. That's also to taste, so you really don't need to add all that much if you don't like cilantro. And of course, fresh cilantro is always better. Once you've completely assembled your food processor, blend until slightly smooth. I know that's kind of ambiguous, but I probably ran the food processor for maybe 15 seconds, not very long. Remember, the everything except for the onion is cooked, so it's not very hard. You really don't need to process it very much. And now you can add some salt to taste, and that's it. You're done. So I finished the salsa. Now this, you know what, I'm gonna have to confess to you guys, I tasted this before I'm filming this. And I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. First reason, I needed to make sure that the spice ratio was good, and to see if I needed to add any salt or pepper. I added a little salt. I did not add any pepper because it has jalapenos in it, and I feel like black pepper would be sad in here. And also, because I could not wait, I literally could not wait to taste this. This is the first time making the recipe myself. Every time I've had this, it has been Reina who has made it, so I will taste it again with this chip, this very chip. Here we go. And here you can see, kind of, here it is. It's not really focusing, but it's, the color's good. You can see each of the parts, but it's not like a complete puree. It looks really good. Let's do it. It's awesome. So the vine ripe tomatoes are great because they're sweeter than canned tomatoes. They're sweeter than like beefsteak tomatoes. They're really, really good. And especially after you roast them a bit, it really opens up the flavor and makes them a lot sweeter. The jalapenos are great. I like it spicy. If you really don't like it spicy, you can always cut down on the amount of jalapenos you add. Or you can just take the seeds out. That's also an option. Cilantro is great. The onion is great. Again, don't cook the onion. Put it in raw because it adds a little bit more of an onion flavor. When you cook onion, the cell walls break down and the compounds inside the onion break down, and it tastes less oniony. It tastes more like it tastes like an onion. It tastes like a cooked onion rather than a raw onion. And for this, you want it to be raw. So I'm really happy with this. I have a bag of tortilla chips over there, and I'm gonna go eat as much of this as I can stomach. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Hopefully you are too. So if you make it, let me know. Or don't, no judgment zone. I'm not gonna force you to tell me anything, okay? And I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next week.